Okay, we're going to LIFOU today. I'm packed and ready to go. I just need to go have some breakfast and get my water shuttle pass, and then we'll be headed off. At the buffet, they'll cook eggs fresh to order for you, so I got a freshly made cheese omelette and it was amazing. They only had one of these coffee machines that made decent coffee, and there was always a huge line for it because the other coffee was so bad. We're at LIFOU now. I'm just standing outside on the cruise ship and it is so hot and humid. I'm waiting for my zone to be called for boarding the water shuttle, so I'm just kind of walking around while I wait for that. I decided to do some trivia while I waited for my water shuttle zone to be called, but I didn't get to do it because it was called pretty much straight away. They really packed us onto that water shuttle, but it only took a few minutes to get from the ship to LIFOU, so it wasn't too bad. It was alright. LIFOU was tiny. It was a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but it was so beautiful. Coming off the ship, it honestly looked surreal. It was like a painting or something. When you come off the ship, there's a few people selling coconuts and foods, and there's also a little market that they have there. Everything's very expensive though, so I didn't buy anything, but it was really cute. They had a lot of cool things. So when I got off the ship, it was cloudy, but the weather looked alright still. But then all of a sudden, a few minutes after I got onto the island, it started heavily raining. Like, it was pouring rain. And unfortunately, I didn't get to experience much of LIFOU because it was just raining so much the whole day. They do have a few cheap excursions you can purchase from the locals when you get off the ship. I got the $20 bus tour around the town. You can just walk around the whole of LIFOU. It's not big at all, like you can just walk to any place you want, but I thought since it was raining so much, I would just do the bus tour. And it was really good. They took us to a few different lookouts and showed us around the town and took us to like a few different places we could go and have a look around. They took us to the ceremonial hut and a few churches as well. We didn't get out of the bus too much, unfortunately, because of the weather, but yeah, it was still good. Then I did walk around for a little bit when it stopped raining, but I decided to go back to the ship at around lunchtime. There's so many amazing views you can see from different lookout points, and there's a lot of different places to swim and snorkel as well, so it's really nice. But I got back on the tender and headed back towards the ship. I did end up having lunch on the ship, but I didn't film it. This is the best one so far. It's an elephant. How cute is that? Oh my god, I love it. Then after lunch, I did end up getting to do some trivia, but it was really hard. I only got about half of them right. Okay, I've just been relaxing in my room for the past few hours. I got back from LIFOU at around lunchtime, and I had lunch on the ship. And yeah, now I'm gonna head out to dinner. I'm not gonna have dinner in the restaurant. I'm just gonna do the buffet today because there's so much to do tonight. I'm not gonna have time to go to the restaurant. We have a deal or no deal, and then I'm going to a comedy show, and then I'm going to the silent white night disco. So it's gonna be a fun night. Let's go. Before Deal or No Deal, I watched Kevin perform in the lobby for a little bit. He's so good. Then I played along with Deal or No Deal, but I didn't end up winning anything.
Sarah, we got $40 left or $1,000 left. $468. Audience, if it's a deal, make some noise. If it's a no deal, make some noise. It's 50-50. This didn't help whatsoever. What are the children saying? Sarah, $468. Is it a deal or no deal?
Then it was time for the silent white night disco. This was so much fun. It was one of the most fun nights we had on the ship. I loved it. And that was all I filmed on this day, and then I just went to sleep after that. Then the next day we were back in NOUMEA again, and I was just hoping the weather would be good for this day. I was hoping it wouldn't rain. I was just waiting to get off the ship, and this kangaroo was so weird that they had to take photos with. Once again, I got on the shuttle bus that took us out of that port area. I bought the ticket for the hop-on, hop-off bus, which cost $15. Okay, we're back in NOUMEA now, and I'm gonna go on the hop on, hop off bus. The first stop the bus takes you to is the morning market, which is kind of small, but they have a lot of nice things there. So if you want souvenirs, this would be the place to get them. I'm waiting for the hop on, hop off bus now. I just went to the market and it's so hot here. It's like so humid, but yeah, and we'll go to the next stop. The next stop is the shopping center. This is the second stop on the hop off bus. It's a shopping center. Apparently it has the best French bakery in town, so let's go check it out. I'm in the shopping center. I'm in the supermarket. I want to see what kinds of snacks they have. It seems like they're pretty much the same things as in Australia, but we'll see. I ended up finding so many good snacks and lollies that we don't have in Australia. They were a little bit on the pricier side, but I did get a few of them because I wanted to try all of them. Then I went to the French bakery, which is apparently the best in town. They had so many things that looked so good, but I ended up getting an eclair. This was probably one of the best things I've ever eaten. I'd highly recommend you get something from the bakery. Okay, this is Lemon Bay. This is the third stop on the hop on, hop off bus. It's just like a snorkeling and swimming beach. This beach was really pretty, good if you want to go swimming, but I just ended up walking around there for about half an hour. Just sitting at the beach. And then we're going to go to the next stop. This is the next stop. It's the restaurants. It's just like a strip with a bunch of restaurants. I do think this strip of restaurants is a bit of a tourist trap, but I ended up going to the Mexican style one. I'm in a restaurant. It's so hot here. This restaurant was really nice, but again, I'm going to say it a lot. It was so expensive. I ended up getting 2 drinks, some corn chips, and some tacos when I was there. And it was around $70 Australian for the whole thing. I was shocked. This is the next stop. It's the aquarium, but the aquarium doesn't open for another like 40 minutes, so I don't know what I'm going to do here. Duck Island is just across there, but I'm not going to go to Duck Island. And there's a Burger King here. There's Duck Island over there. You can go there on a water taxi, I think. Then I waited for the aquarium to open. It was about $22 Australian to get in, so it wasn't too bad actually. And this aquarium was really nice. It was very small, but I really enjoyed it in there. There was a lot to see. There were some really cool types of sea life in there. Look at this guy, that you don't really get to see often. It's very educational and there's quite a few things in there that I've never seen before, so I definitely recommend visiting if you get the chance. You can also book a tour, which would be a good option as well. I love these little things. They were very strange, but kind of cute actually. These guys were very ugly. I loved them. And they had a big tank with a lot of different fish in there and a couple of sharks. And if you go outside, they have some turtles as well. It only took about half an hour to go through the whole aquarium, so it was pretty small. Okay, I'm done at the aquarium and I'm getting back to the ship now. Okay, I've just come back to my room. I went down the water slides a few times. They were so much fun. And I swam in the pool a little bit. And now I've just come back to have a shower and I'm not actually sure what the time is, but yeah, I'll get ready for dinner and all that. But yeah, I had a fun time in NOUMEA. I got a whole bunch of snacks from NOUMEA. NOUMEA is extremely expensive though. If you're gonna go there, just make sure you realize how expensive it is. It's like probably, I'd say most things are like double the price of what they are in Australia. So yeah, very, very expensive. But it was nice. It was a nice city. I had a fun time. And then I'll go to dinner, and tonight is 80s night. So there's an 80s show and maybe comedy or something. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I will see you after my shower. These are all the snacks I got from NOUMEA. There's so much stuff, like so many things that I wanted to try. Look how good these things look. This was the dinner. It was Mexican night at the restaurant and this menu was so good. I loved it. And then I went to the 80s show, which was also really good. And then it was the 80s Rock and Glow deck party, which was so much fun. And that's it. That's all I filmed. So don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
All steps on the right.